All right, y'all, welcome back to another episode of Cork and Curated. Today we're going to be talking about a rosé from Terah Wine Co. And this is a rosé by another LGBTQ owned brand. So let's get into it. All right, so Terah Wine Co. was founded by Terah Bajjalieh, a Bay Area native. Shout out to the Bay Area. She always loved the culinary arts, cooking shows, and checking out restaurants. Sounds like me. Okay, and after graduating with a bachelor's in finance from San Jose State University in 2007, she decided that she wanted to make another career change based around food and wine. Nobody wants to work in finance anymore. It sounds a little boring to me. So during this time, while trying to figure out exactly the direction she wanted to take in the culinary arts, she decided to take a course in wine for fun. Terah enrolled in an affordable sommelier prep course through the French Culinary Institute in 2010, and she trained to take the level 2 at the Court of Master Somms in San Jose in 2011. A sommelier is basically a master wine taster. While taking this course, Terah fell in love with everything about wine and the passion behind its conception. She decided to work in hospitality at wine bars, Michelin-starred restaurants, and wine education, focusing on sales and marketing with other master sommeliers in the Bay Area. After that, she decided to make her way to Argentina to work harvest and gain some more experience. While in Argentina, spending time harvesting, she realized that she loved this integral part of the winemaking experience rather being in the front of the house. So she loved getting her hands dirty and basically harvesting the wine. After 5 years, she decided to enroll in the Montpellier Supergrow graduate program to study winemaking and ultimately graduated with a master's degree in enology, which is the study of wine and viticulture. While abroad, she completed 13 harvests covering 5 countries: France, Australia, New Zealand, Argentina, and back home in the United States. While during her travel, Terah realized quickly that she preferred old world wines, which are created in Europe and other regions in the Mediterranean, instead of larger scale production houses where wines have to taste the same, exactly the same, from vintage to vintage. And this is basically for production value. Instead, Terah realized that she liked nuance, focusing on macro elements and technique. So basically the soil, basically the gritty work of producing a really good wine. She enjoyed more natural wines, organic farming, and traditional techniques, which is ultimately reflected in her own cuvées. When she returned from Europe, she worked as a manager for a wine company in Monterey County, and then COVID hit, impacting her job. Apparently, she'd always flirted with the idea of starting her own wine company, even making a barrel in a friend's garage. So maybe COVID was the blessing in disguise that she needed to really push her forward into starting her own business. In the year 2021, she made 120 cases of wine. She still wasn't able to make wine full time, so she joined the team at Dorkage Family Vineyard as their head winemaker. Luckily, she was able to then use their resources to switch production and access to their equipment at their winery. So that was a plus. They used her as their head winemaker, and in return, she was also able to make her own wine there. Now, undoubtedly, being a queer woman in the wine industry, she, as you could probably imagine, faced so much adversity where her physical abilities were put into question, male counterparts were given more liberty to learn things like operating a forklift, and even mentorship was hard to find for her. She initially didn't even feel comfortable revealing that she was a member of the queer community. According to one article that I read, Terah opened up about her sexuality in Australia and was immediately taken out of a department because of it. But now that she started her own brand, she's been able to experience the freedom to really be herself. And now, as people are getting with the times, the people in the queer community have more access and are able to really be themselves. So I want to say shout out to Terah. When I purchased the wine from California to be shipped out here, she actually reached out to me and mentioned that she was on vacation, so it'd probably be a little late. I mentioned to her that I wanted to feature the rosé on the show, so she got a friend to ship it out to me just in time. So I'm even more excited. I love that when I can, have access to the actual owners. So I'm really, really excited. And now after learning about her story, I am happy to patronize her. So let's get into the fun part and taste her wine. Okay, y'all, now we're gonna get into tasting the rosé from Terah Wine Co. This is just one of her many cuvées. I'm really excited to try it. Basically, the wine is a 2023 rosé. It's made in California at a ranch, Piscinas, right? And it is a organic biodynamic vineyard. So they basically purchase the grapes and all materials from independent growers. What I liked learning about with Terah is that there's minimal cellar intervention, which means they try not to manipulate it, everything natural. So that's pretty good. Yeah, so I have my handy dandy electric bottle opener because I don't have time for that. She has 8 other cuvées, so other rosés, chardonnays, and things like that. Terah also works with another company called Maker, which is a woman-owned wine business, and like the slogan is like wine sans snobbery. And so they basically rotate and work with other different independent wine producers. So I thought that was pretty cool. All right, so this is basically how you open this. You know, I know it might not be like on par to be using an electric, but this is what I'm doing. So you just push it down in there, push it to the bottom, and see, look, it's just gonna pop right out by itself. That's super convenient, okay? There we go. And this is from Ram Tonics. Shout out to Ram Tonics, okay. 50% Syrah and 50% Grenache, and these are just the grapes. So I also learned that the ranch that they get this from is basically like a farm, and they have a small vineyard and a habitat for animals. So I really like that about her, and I'm really impressed by Terah's story. I hope to meet her one day. I love that she transitioned from finance, boo, to wine. I've been thinking myself about taking like some sommelier classes, so just learning about her story and the way she was able to overcome adversity was really inspiring for me. So cheers. It already smells really light. So let's taste it. Yes, girl. This is really, really good. I'm not even gonna hold you. It'd be so funny because truth be told, sometimes when I make the episodes, I'll be like, I'm just gonna take a sip. This is really good. Wow, I am impressed. Okay, let me learn how to like describe it properly. Okay, I'm swirling it, you know. It's very light bodied, not very acidic at all. So it seems like it has a low acidity level. I feel like maybe peach apple, but not like a green sour apple. This just goes by so smoothly. Like I'm really impressed. Yeah, and I mean, it makes sense. Look at all the work that she put in. Natural, so obviously like the shelf life is probably less than others. This is actually 40% Syrah and 60% Grenache. Unrefined and unfiltered. So I love that. Oh, and this one is 12.7%. But yeah, this is delicious. I love that. Now I know that each cuvee is different by year, and I am really impressed. So I only bought 1 bottle, so I think it's summertime now. I think I'm gonna have to support her and buy some more. Maybe when I go to California, I can meet her. But shout out to a queer woman doing her thing, you know, really taking the leap to make a transition. That just goes to show it doesn't matter what you do in life. You can start in finance or whatever, and you can transition. And now she's really like, not all rosés taste the same. People will just say, oh, rosé, but really and truly they don't. I just had a few rosés over the weekend, and this one is by far my favorite. And I'm not just saying that, like, wow, okay. Love this. Okay, please, girl, get to New York and New Jersey. Let me help you get some distributors out here. So, you know what I'm saying? I could just go in the stores and buy it. But shout out to Terah Wine Co. Shout out to Terah and everything that she's done. We're going to link the website there. Check out her Instagram, and please support small businesses. Terah, thank you so much for getting me my bottle on time and for making a profound, spectacular rosé. So yeah, that's it for this episode. I'm going to enjoy this and maybe another glass. Remember to drink responsibly, and we will see you next time.